Walking into the front door, into the living room. The living room space facing the bifolds. And need to determine if we're going to do terraced patios from here. Walking back in through the bifolds. This is the eat-in kitchen nook. Who needs to face the kitchen when you can face that? Looking back towards the kitchen. Mental note to show the angle at which we come in the front door here, where the refrigerator starts. The island, the back wall, the difference in the ceiling heights between the rooms, and then the large windows, functioning windows, where you can just about see Bishop Peak, the tip of Bishop Peak here, but very large window opening here. Going back into the master bedroom space here. Guest powder room here. Laundry room and dog shower here. Mike has drawn out some relative spacing to consider. Large window here. Again, you can almost see Bishop Peak just on the other side of these trees. Mental note, space for extra pantry if desired. The door where the dog run will be, the doggy shower. Mental note, we probably want to take advantage of the space over the top of the doggy shower. Mental note, Mike notes that we can get rid of the brick look and replace it with covering it with stucco. And out the right side, where right now the bluebirds, the mockingbirds, the thrushes, and the robins are all eating from the berries. Going back out the laundry room, could also put a cabinet there or even extra storage space here for mental note. Looking again out toward front door, and you can see the guest room opening there. Walking through, this is the closet, the guest closet, and then the master bedroom. Master bedroom space here. Note that Mike had the idea to punch out this entire length for a window and light, which is great. And then French doors here, walking out onto flagstone, pergola or something there, and we can fill here. So mental note to come back to this space and decide how far out we want to go with the grading. Space here, sitting space and whatnot. Closet here with skylight for natural light, 10-foot ceiling in here. Master bath. Mental note here that walls will come in further so that we can have doors that are pocket doors, double doors here, each of which is a pocket door. Large window here over top of the tub towards the foliage and private garden area that we'll make here. Countertop and sinks here. Half wall here for European shower. Mental note on deciding, is this the right place for the shower controls? And high ceilings here as well. And great views out to Mount Madonna here. This is, as a mental note, late afternoon. And then powder room. This is a very large place. So mental note to come back and consider how we make full use of this space with storage for linens. Again, high ceilings in here too. We obviously can use much more than just a toilet in here. Coming back out, again, closet to left. Coming back out, again, guest closet, powder room, front entrance. And going to office side of the house. Going down hallway, note the window at end of the hall that looks out onto Cal Poly. Mountains there. Guest bedroom to left. Caesar's office to the right. French doors here. Mental note to revisit how we want to do the patio space here as separate from the patio space for the main part of the patio. This is the proverbial server room and our closet for our office supplies. Mental note to decide how we want to capitalize on this space efficiently. And then entrance into my office here. This is where the exercise equipment will be. Again, views out over towards Cal Poly. This is a non-functioning window, mental note for that. And then French doors looking out onto Mount Madonna. Mental note about the terracing here, this option against the eucalyptus. Note where it drops off here, where we wanted to place some of the garden. Mental note about having space there, if at all possible, to get vehicle movement if we ever decide to put a small space down at the bottom like a she shed. Note the drop off here as it's currently graded in the initial grading. So we'll need to decide, mental note again, to determine how we use this space for the depth of the grade. Coming back in to my office area here. Go back towards the garage. Again, looking out towards Cal Poly. And then the pass through to the garage. Mental note, how to capitalize on built-ins here to fully capitalize on storage space. And then out into the slightly oversized 2-car garage. Utility sink will be in here, as I recall, and then the side door to go out into the garden area. And a bit of a view towards the drop-off, the level of the drop-off for the tiering for the initial grading. Going back into the storage space here, and then now into the guest bedroom space. So the guest bedroom space here, probably couch and pull out here, queen bed here, eating space in front of the window here, and then the guest entrance. And the guests do have a view to the top of Bishop Peak. Even more amazing on a clear day. And then this window here, mental note that this is just beneath my shoulder. So the height here could serve as a bar space area, or we could put a table here. And again, views of Bishop Peak. Mental note, landscaping area is open in this section here. If we put up a privacy wall there, and then they could have a separate space here with the landscaping and not necessarily visible from the street. And just gorgeous views of Bishop Peak. Again, just as a mental note, how close this is to the kitchen wall. So need to decide what type of landscape feature to place here that would be between the guest entrance and looking into the kitchen window through the house. And then the side of the garage there, out to the front of the house. So again, guests entering this way, if they're going to enter the guest bedroom first, coming in here. And then space here, so need to decide where to set up the small kitchenette type area versus where the fold-out couch would be. And here, skylight, and deciding the floor plan to capitalize on the space. This is a very small space for the vanity, and then toilet, and then built-in shower. Mental note, capitalizing on the space here and using this space as storage as high as we can go, since the shower would start almost immediately here. So we need to do some work on this guest bathroom to ensure that we utilize the space effectively. And then looking down the hallway again, the offices on either side with the solid wall in between, and then coming back out into the living space, with this being space for a pocket door here that separates the two sections of the house. And Mike's set up to educate the builders there. The side window for the master bedroom there, and back out looking towards the kitchen.